Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us today on Snow Globe Rescue. Tony and Allie here.
Hello.
And we have been off the air for a while, I realize, and it was...
But we're here now.
Yeah, it was due to circumstances beyond our control, but hopefully we got it all resolved and we're back. So we have a repair video for you today, but before they get to that, we wanted to show you that something while we were off the air, something did happen, and this is it right here. This is the Goodwill newsletter, and we were contacted by somebody from the Public Relations Department, a photographer and a reporter, and they came over and they spent 2 hours roughly taking pictures and talking to us. Yeah, took a lot of pictures, and this is it's called Good World News, and it's the winter spring edition for 2023. And then if you look down here, it says here on the bottom corner, Best in Snow, a look into Snow Globe Rescue. And they gave us actually 3 pages in here, which is pretty cool. See, here's the first 2 pages, and you can see that's us working on a snow globe. Then they've got some pictures of some of the snow globes in the collection, and they did a story here. And then we have one more page back here. And there we are in front of a collection holding some globes.
Hey, my picture taken.
And another action shot there. So very cool. The Goodwill, Good World News winter spring edition of their. Oh, and you notice for the cover they made a snow globe. They put Goodwill inside of a snow globe for the front cover, so that was very cool too. This is a very nice looking snow globe. But this is also available in an electronic version online. We will put the link to the article on the Goodwill website. We'll put it into our video description here, so if you wanted to check that out and read it, we'll put the link there and you can go take a look at it. So okay. It was very cool. There we go. Goodwill. So here's the snow globe that we're going to fix today, and this is one that of my favorites, one that I like, not necessarily one of Allie's favorites this time.
Yeah,
but
don't really know much about them.
Yeah, this is the Bluesmobile, and this is from the movie The Blues Brothers. The Blues Brothers is a movie based on a Saturday Night Live sketch, which featured John Belushi and Dan Akroyd, who were part of the original cast of the Saturday Night Live. But they played Jake and Elwood Blues, a couple of brothers who were in a blues band. And the movie came out in 1980. It was directed by John Landis, and it's a musical comedy. It's a really funny movie. And back when I was in high school, my friends and I, it was one of our favorite movies. We thought it was great. Did you want to say something?
I don't like musical comedy.
Allie's not much of a musical comedy movie, but we thought it was great. And the premise of the movie is that Jake went to prison for a while, came back out, and they were on a mission from God, according to his brother Elwood, and they had to save the orphanage where they were raised from being foreclosed, and they decided to put the band back together and try to raise the money. And of course, things don't go as well as planned. But this is part of the movie right here. This is the Bluesmobile. The Bluesmobile used in the movie was a decommissioned 1974 Dodge Monaco Police car. And this right here represents that car that was in the movie that they drove. It was a pretty cool car. It was involved, and this movie had one of the longest, most action-packed and destructive car chases that I've ever seen in a movie. So it was crazy. But so here we have on the back here, this apparently came from the House of Blues in Orlando, so that makes sense. But we have Jake and Elwood Blues on the top here of the car, which is Dan Akroyd and John Belushi. And in the movie, they had a huge megaphone on top of the car. Now, the megaphone depicted here is very small, but there was a giant one on top of the car in the movie. So this is really just a representation of what was on top of the car in the movie. But so this is a really cool piece that I like, and I want to put in the collection. And as you can see, the stopper is pulled up, or excuse me, the figurine is pulled up from the stopper. So we need to, this is a solid base snow globe. So we're gonna have to heat this up to loosen the glue, get that globe off of there, pull the stopper out, reattach the figurine, and then get it back together. And hopefully it looks good when we get done.
Yep.
What do you think?
Let's do it.
All right, let's get it done. All right, so as you can see, we put the snow globe into a plastic bag to protect it, and we put it inside a bowl here. We're going to go ahead and fill this with boiling water up to the top of the base, but we're not going to get the globe in there. We don't want to heat up the water in the globe. So here's the water.
I got it.
And looks like right about there.
Right there.
Right there. Okay, so there we go. So we're going to let that sit for 10 minutes. We'll come back and check it, and hopefully that was enough time for the heat from the hot water to make it to that hot glue and melt it so we can pull that globe out of there. So we'll come back and check. All right, it's been 10 minutes. We're going to go ahead and check this, see if it's loose. And it is loose. There we go. 10 minutes. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and get the stopper and the figurine out of there. So let's do that. All right, so now that we've got the globe out of here, we're going to go ahead and I'm going to first check and make sure that stopper isn't stuck to the globe anywhere, and it's not. So now I'll take that small needle nose here and see if hopefully that stopper is in good shape.
Yeah.
If it's in good shape, it shouldn't be an issue. It should just come right out of there. Oh, the figurine just completely came off the stopper. Yeah. So it was just hanging on there. So here we go. So here's the stop. Here's the figurine. And look at that.
Oh, okay.
That figurine wasn't in good shape either. Hold on a second. We're going to do this is not going to be quite as easy as we thought.
Well,
oh, look at that.
Okay.
So the figurine itself. All right. So
I'm surprised the megaphone stayed on there.
yeah. So
you know,
both of these characters, Jake and Elwood Blues, they were just glued on by the bottom. Look at that. There's like a little dot of glue on the bottom of this foot, little dot of glue. So this is going to be, we're going to have to be very careful gluing this back down and putting this back together. Going to have to clean this stopper off real well. So we're going to go ahead and take some soap and clean this off, clean these guys off, and then we're going to see about gluing them back on, and hopefully we can get them back in the right spot. All right, we'll be back. All right, we've cleaned up the stopper. We also cleaned up the platform of the figurine as well as the two characters, Jake and Elwood. Now, this is a little more delicate than we realized, because once we looked at this a little bit closer, it turns out that each one of them is held onto the base of the figurine by 1 foot. There's 1 foot up in the air and 1 foot glued down. That's all that's holding them on. That's why they fell off so easy. So we got to be real careful. So what we're going to do is we're going to first connect this to the stopper, and then we'll connect them to the base there, and hopefully when we get it back in, it'll hold together.
Yeah.
Could I have there it is, right here. All right. Okay, put 1 drop in the middle, and then put a few drops around the perimeter, and then we'll center it on the stopper and hold it down. Okay, so we're going to hold this down until it is glued, and then we will put the two characters on there. Right, now that we have the base of the figurine stuck down, we're going to go ahead and put them back on. Like we said, it's 1 foot per each holding them on. So we're going to, there's 2 indentations right here, which is where the feet go. So that makes it easy for us. So I'm going to put 1 drop of glue here, right where that foot goes. There we go. And then we're going to hold him in place until that glue dries. Right there. That's where he goes. Okay, so I'm going to hold that there until that glue dries. This is pretty much I can hold them at any position at this point. As there's no way to really kind of tell exactly.
Yeah.
Because it's just the ball of his foot that's touching the thing. So I'm gonna hold it here until it dries, and then we'll try the next one. Okay, we got him back on there. We had to hold him in place for a few minutes until the glue held there on there. So, and we threw an extra drop of glue over the top of the foot so that it came down over and onto the stopper or the base of the figurine there. So hopefully that'll give it some extra protection. And we'll come back. We're going to let this glue cure for at least 30 minutes or so and check it, and then we'll get it back together. All right, the glue is all dry. The figurines, believe it or not, just having that one foot holding them on to the stop, to the this is not the stopper, but this is the little plastic disc that's attached to the stopper. They're under pretty well. And we also noticed that there was some paint missing that chipped off from the bullhorn up here. We went ahead and painted that, and as usual, we used the Testers model paint, and this works really well in the water. We've painted figurines like over 2 years ago, 3 years ago, that in the water are still fine. No problem with the paint, so this works for us. All right, so let's go ahead and get this figurine into the globe with some water and get it put back together.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and fill this globe up with our snow globe mixture. Ali, could you hold that, please?
I think I can.
And we have our pre-mixed snow globe water that we're using now, and this is 65% water, 5% alcohol, and 30% glue. And we just mixed it up in this gallon jug here, and it's a lot easier than how we used to do it. So let's go ahead and that looks good right there.
Yeah.
For now. All right, and now
Glitter.
the glitter. That's right. I will hold this. You do the glitter. Yeah, Ali picked out a couple of colors that match.
You picked out the colors.
Well, you showed me what they were, and I said, yeah, those look good. And so, yeah, we're going to use. Let me see. We need the small.
This is a small one. Do you want equal parts color of each
Sure.
other?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do equal parts.
Let's see.
All right. So it's about a 1/4 teaspoon of the blue and a 1/4 teaspoon of the green, basically. All right. That looks good.
Yeah. Is that too much?
No.
I think any more than that would be too much.
I think it looks good. I think because it's going to settle, and but once when it's up there, it'll look cool.
Okay.
All right, hold that.
Yep.
Okay, so let me go ahead, and I got to be real careful with this because I don't want the figurine touching, if at all possible, because it could knock him.
Yeah.
But I got him glued to the stopper pretty well. So let's get them in there like this.
Yeah, they're slightly wider.
Okay, hold on.
Maybe do you want me to angle the?
There's a little bit of. Here we go. There we go.
Perfect.
I got it. Okay, so now let me get that first part of the stopper in there. All right. Now we'll use our little screwdriver here, and we'll help the air escape. Okay. Okay. Looks like we've got a couple of little air bubbles
Shake it up.
right there, and let's see. We'll shake it up and see how it looks.
Shake it up.
Shake it up, and hey, looks cool. All right.
All right.
So we're going to go ahead and let the bubbles that are in this liquid gather up. Then we're going to put them underwater, get them out of there, and put this back together. All right. All right. We put a little screwdriver in here between the stopper and the globe to allow the air bubble to escape. We're going to go ahead and put this under the water and get that air bubble up there towards the stopper, and then we'll just pull back on the stopper and let all those air bubbles out.
Probably one of the easier ways.
Nope. Yeah. This is it works best for us.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Let me see. Did we get them all out? maybe one or two. Hold on a second. Little tiny ones right there. See them floating up? Right there. They're going to come out right there. There they go. Okay. Now we got them.
Oops.
All right. So let me get this screwdriver out while it's still under the water. Make sure we didn't get any air bubbles in there. And it looks good.
Looks good.
All right. Let's dry this off and get it back together. All right. So we got everything dried up. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to take the glue gun here. We're going to put a bead of hot glue around the opening here. And then Allie's going to drop that globe in there. All right. So here we go.
Call me Vanna White.
Hot glue. Here we go. Just got to put enough around the edge that the globe catches it and holds it in place. Okay. Let me just...
Fancy twirl.
Fancy twirl. There you go. Okay, drop her in there. And there it goes. Right there.
Good enough.
Look at that. Okay.
I think it's about...
So let's go ahead and we'll go ahead and put it up on a stand and take a look at it. All right, there it is, all finished up. Looks good.
It does look good.
Looks good. Let's take a look all the way around. And there's a little bit of glitter stuck to the side here, but as we've shown you in previous videos, after about 2 or 3 days of sitting on the shelf, you know, we'll go ahead and shake it up every once in a while. It eventually all drops down, so it's not a big deal. But yeah, it looks really good. The water's nice and clean, and we've replaced the glitter with something similar to what was there before, but a little bit bigger, I think.
Yeah.
I think a little bit bigger size glitter, the green and the blue. So let's go ahead and shake it up to see how it looks. There we go. Look at that.
I like that it falls slow.
Yeah, this is 30% glue, like we said. You might choose to use 20%, 10%, or even no glue at all. Plain water is an option. We do have a link in the video to a comparison video where we compare the different options. If you were interested in seeing that, the link is in the description.
But I really like that it falls
yeah,
slowly. I like that. I like to look at it.
Some
slowly.
people like the snow to fall quicker because they think it's more like snow, but some people like us, we prefer it when it kind of hangs there and just kind of falls slow.
Yeah.
That's why we liked the baby oil effect, but we didn't like working with the baby oil. It was too slippery and oily and hard to clean up.
Yeah.
This gives us an effect similar to the baby oil using the glue. You could do it with the glycerin as well, but so there it is. I don't know if I mentioned, I can't remember if I mentioned at the beginning of the video, but this is the snow globe that we found during our trip to the Webster Flea Market, and we have a video of that trip, and we show where we found this and when I found it with one of the vendors there. That was episode 124.
I think Mom and Larry are in that, right?
Yes, Allie's mother and father-in-law are in that video with us. They went to the flea market was when we found this. So
Father-in-law.
Now he's your father-in-law.
No, now he's my stepfather.
Oh, I'm sorry. He's your stepfather now. That's right. I'm sorry. He's my father-in-law. I got that mixed up. All right. Sorry, Larry. Anyway, yeah, so they were with us when we found this. If you wanted to watch episode 124, you'd see us. We found several snow globes at the flea market, including this one. And so here we go with Dan Akroyd and John Belushi, may he rest in peace, as Jake and Elwood Blues from the Blues Brothers and their Bluesmobile from the House of Blues in Orlando. I like this globe, really cool. I love the movie, and hope you guys enjoyed the video and the globe repair right there. That's a cool globe. So thank you everyone for joining us, and hopefully you will see you in the next video. Until then, everyone take care and be safe.
Thank you so much for your time, and thanks for waiting around for us to get back to you.
Yes, thank you. Bye.